You're listening to The Intellectual Investor, episode number 3, The Real Secret About Why Corporate Mergers Fail, written by Vitaliy and read by Elliot. To read this article online, or to listen to more episodes, visit investor.fm. To learn more about Vitaliy's investing firm, IMA, go to imausa.com. The real secret about why corporate mergers fail. Corporate acquisitions often fail for one simple reason. The buyer pays too much. An old Wall Street adage comes to mind. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. It all starts with a control premium. When we purchase shares of a stock, we pay a price that is within pennies of the last trade. When a company is acquired, the purchase price is negotiated during long dinners at fine restaurants and comes with a control premium that is higher than the latest stock quotation. So how much above? Acquisitions have the elements of a zero-sum game. Both buyer and seller need to feel that they are getting a good deal. The seller has to convince both directors and shareholders that they are selling at a high, that is unfairly good, price. The buyer, meanwhile, must convince those same constituents that they are getting a bargain. Remember, both are talking about the same asset. This is where a magic word, which must have been invented by Wall Street research labs, comes into play. Synergy. The only way this acquisition dance can work is if the buyer convinces his constituents that, by combining the two companies, they are able to create additional revenues otherwise not available to them, and/or they'll be able to eliminate redundant costs. Thus, the sum of synergies will turn the purchase price into a bargain. For example, General Electric has been a poor investment over the last 2 decades, largely because of poor capital allocation. The company lost a lot of value in destroying acquisitions. They bought businesses at high prices, relied on false or unfulfilled synergies, and sold, that is, divested, at a reasonable or low price. Another reason mergers and acquisitions fail: dis-synergies, a term you'll never see in an acquisition press release. Two corporate cultures simply may be incompatible. For instance, one company may have a strong founder-led culture, where decisions are made by a benevolent dictator, while in another company, decisions are made by consensus. These two cultures will mix about as well as oil and water. Cultural incompatibilities only get worse when the buyer and seller are not engaged in the same business. A prime example is Hewlett-Packard, the old grandfather of Silicon Valley, which has been substantially gutted by large acquisitions. When Compaq was acquired in 2002, HP's unique engineering culture did not mix well with Compaq's manufacturing culture. Then, EDS, acquired in 2008, had a service culture, and Autonomy, in 2011, was a software company that actually ended up being a bag of bad goods. It used questionable accounting and overstated its sales. Each of these acquisitions severely damaged HP's unique culture, and all were reversed through various spin-offs in recent years. Acquisitions may also create a morale problem. The day before an acquisition is announced, people at the acquired company come to work as usual. They are not particularly worried about the future. The next day, though, their job is suddenly at risk. Remember, they are the potential cost synergy. And instead of hanging out on Facebook, they are now on LinkedIn, updating their profiles and networking. They worry a lot more about the sustainability of their paychecks and finding a new job than how they can help this great new organization that in fact may be about to let them go. Finally, integrating businesses is difficult. Aside from culture problems, Companies have to realign global supply chains, move or combine headquarters, and integrate software systems. In large companies, this task is like merging two highly complex nervous systems. Accordingly, while the acquisition press release may tout synergies, the price tags and dyssynergies, that is, risks, that come with the deal are left unsaid. Clearly, acquisitions can create value, but when a company grows through acquisitions, its management needs to have a specialized skill set that is often different from that used in running a company's day-to-day operations. It is important to examine the motivations of management when they make acquisitions. When management feels their business on its own is threatened by future developments, their acquisitions will have a Hail Mary sort of desperation to them, and a corresponding price tag. Thank you for listening. This and other investment articles by Vitaliy Katzenelson are based on value investing principles that were first brought down from the mountain by Benjamin Graham and later were popularized by Warren Buffett. To learn more about these principles, visit investor.fm and listen to the first episode of this podcast, titled The 6 Commandments of Value Investing. To learn more about how Vitaliy's investment firm uses these principles to create low-risk, long-term oriented portfolios, visit imausa.com. Enjoy life and prosper.